This is your final performance, sucker. Feel the beat, auto chump. Now that's what I call bringing the house down. Today on the channel, Transformers Shattered Glass Soundwave with Laserbeak and Ravage. One way I got it figured.
The way I got it figured.
Hey, out there in action figure land, way I got it figured. The Sheriff back with another Transformers review. This time we're looking at Shattered Glass Soundwave with Laserbeak and Ravage. The Shattered Glass line has been hitting it out of the park, and Shattered Glass 2, which Soundwave is a part of the second series, is another winner. I wanted to do this review sooner. I've had them for a couple of weeks, but I was concerned about, well, is it going to yellow? Is it temperature based? Is it whatever? It doesn't seem to have any yellowing, but we're going to take them out and get a really close look and make sure. My Shattered Glass Soundwave, my Shattered Glass Starscream does not have any yellowing, so I don't know if this is gonna follow suit with that or not. Whatever plastic they're using, we know what's happening. Nobody really seems to know exactly why just yet, but it was a concern. I didn't want to take them out kind of in the cold temperature and maybe shoot them at my desk at work, so I had to do it, at home with a better setup. So here we are, and that's what I'm doing. So here's his package. Shattered Glass as usual. They've taken away the bubble. So he's following the, less plastic packaging model. On the side, you got some artwork. Soundwave on the back. You've got his alt mode and characters, Ravage and Laserbeak, and they seem to be the Siege versions, even though he is the Earthrise version of Soundwave. So of course there is some text on the back. Soundwave is an expert in communications, using his skills to intercept Autobot transmissions. His infectious charisma also has earned him the role of morale officer in the Decepticons. So of course, Shattered Glass being the opposite of the normal Generation 1 type universe. Shattered Glass Soundwave is the morale officer. He's upbeat and charismatic rather than an uncharismatic bore who, backstabs his fellow Decepticons in the G1 universe. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool switch up. So we looked at his package. Now let's get him out of the package and see what we've got. Alright, so here's Soundwave out of the package with all of his accessories and his two cassettes, Ravage and Laserbeak. So, like I said, yellowing is a problem that we all sort of have to mitigate. I don't see any yellowing on the figure, but here's one of the little guns, I guess, the extra gun that was purportedly supposed to go with Megatron, but they put it with Soundwave, and you can see it's two tones of white. I don't know if that's yellowing or if it's two different plastics. but it's definitely two separate whites. You can kind of see it even a little bit better when you do it like that. So, you know, I don't know. The whole thing is the same one solid color. It's not like it's partially yellowed, and then this handle part is not yellow at all. So I'm not sure, but you can see it. The traditional Soundwave weapons are fine. They don't have any yellowing at all. And then Soundwave himself, it oddly seems like there's a couple of perhaps slightly different color whites in the figure. It's not really yellow, it's just different color whites. So you can kind of see the legs here. They're not yellow, they're just slightly different. But it's definitely something to keep an eye on. So, you know, you don't want your figure to be yellow any more than I do, I'm sure. On the Netflix version, I know for a fact that these parts yellow faster than anything else, because my son has a copy and his are yellow, and there's no really reason to explain it. We don't have any ultraviolet, like any normal UV lights in our home, so there's no, he's not being exposed to light that's making him yellow. So it's tough to explain. It seems like the plastic, but we're gonna move on from the yellowing discussion and talk about the figure itself. So Soundwave is a straight redo of the Earthrise Netflix Earthrise Soundwave mold, with the exception, of course, of an all-new head. So very cool. You know, everybody wants a Netflix Soundwave, so you can transform into a tape deck. And the details are cool, and the colors are bright and hopeful, like the Shattered Glass Decepticon version of Soundwave. So he has lots of posability. Of course, you can go out here, somewhat of a reverse butterfly joint, but of course that's for transformation. Head can only look up a little bit, but of course, oh yes, let's not forget the waist swivel. Head from side to side. With some work. His head can look up and down, but not very much. Of course, he has thigh swivel and knee bend, and of course he has ankle rockers. Same figure as released in 2021. Just with shattered glass colors. All right, so let's get them geared up. And I'll do that here. So very similarly to the previous Soundwave models, I probably won't even use this weapon anyway. I think at least one of my Megatrons, I gave it to him to have the barrel on his back without going to the height of, going to the lengths of a third-party backpack. Of course, you can stick it on there if you want. You can stick it in his hand. You can put it here. You can put it here. He's got ports all over him, like a Siege War for Cybertron character should. So there's plenty of options for storage for the weapon. It's there for now, but no, I don't tend to use it with Soundwave anyway. So that the fact that it's yellow is somewhat beside the point for me. And of course, you have Laserbeak. We will transform. Sometimes they like to come apart rather than just transform. Okay, so there's Laserbeak. And Ravage. Leg wants to pop out. Handle. Pardon me. Even though they're easy to transform, I never particularly enjoyed transforming these. My Ravage is currently inside Soundwave, the Earthrise version. I think he was in a video recently. Yes, he was in the 86 series, Studio Series 86 Rumble video. There he is with his minions. There we go. All right, so Soundwave and Laserbeak and Ravage transformed and geared up. Next, we'll do a transformation of Soundwave into cassette mode. Next, we'll do a transformation of Soundwave into tape deck mode. Alright, Shattered Glass Soundwave in tape deck mode. Transform Laserbeak back into a cassette. I'm going to use Laserbeak as the cassette this time because Ravage is the cassette in my G1 Soundwaves chest. There we go. Way down. There we go. Soundwave, fully transformed with a cassette inside. All right, so we'll do some, show some comparisons, or you know, basically him with his fellow Decepticons. Be right back. All right, so here's Soundwave with his fellow Shattered Glass Decepticons, Megatron and Starscream. They all look great, of course, and you know, they're all white. Of course, Megatron is in this weird off-white that's probably going to prevent him from yellowing. I looked at him, doesn't seem to have any yellowing. Not that I want to keep bringing that back into the discussion, but for the long-term sake of your figures, it's kind of an important discussion. Starscream, however, while he's not really significantly yellowed anywhere, as you can see, there is some yellowing there on his shoulder blades, and there's some yellowing here on his leg. All of my Transformers are kept in a cool, dry place that's normally dark but has no UV light, like I said, coming in. Yet there still seems to be some yellowing with the figure. So it may just really just be, you know, unavoidable. It's unfortunate. I honestly think the only way you're going to avoid it is just simply just to not get these guys. So, you know, Soundwave will be placed in the same dark, cool, dry place, and hopefully he won't yellow. Other figures probably that aren't these guys probably would be Siege Jetfire. My Siege Jetfire has no yellowing on him. Not sure if the plastic is different or not, but you know, like I said, don't want to belabor the point about yellowing, but it's important on these white figures. Whatever's happened, it takes, you know, a very short amount of time for them to yellow. Anyway, besides, let's get off of that. They look great together, and you know, I look forward to getting the other guys I haven't gotten yet, which would be, in this case, I haven't gotten the Flame Boar, and I haven't gotten Slicer. I do have another video coming up for Shattered Glass. Well, it might be just a short, but I have customized a Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus into Delta Magnus. So yeah, so I got that coming. But here are these guys all together. All right, we'll move on to final thoughts. Shattered Glass Soundwave with Laserbeak and Ravage. Way I got it figured, I'm gonna give him an 8. Why am I gonna just give him an 8? Well, one, of course, it's mostly repaints. It's just repaints with a new head on Soundwave, and it's a great figure, of course. But the price was high. This figure was like leader class price when it's basically a Voyager and 2 mini-cons, which would, you know, insane times run you about 40 bucks. He was 50. It did come with a comic book, but that's still $6 to $7 more than probably what, you know, what you would pay. And then, of course, the fact that the figure is almost assuredly going to yellow, and there's really not much to be done about it. You know, somewhat of a downer, but as a hardcore Transformers fan, you know, I just felt like I had to have these guys, so I bought them. But you don't necessarily have to make the same choice that I made. But as a figure, you know, obviously, it's still great. It's still the Soundwave Earthrise mode. Excellent figure. But those are the caveats. So I'm going to sign off there. Thank you for watching this video. And if you like the content, please subscribe, give me a like, and leave a comment. I do have a few other Transformers videos left to do before the year is out. And we will, you know, I'll be getting those up in the coming weeks. I'm probably gonna have to take a hiatus, maybe the week of Christmas, but more to come. So until then, everybody stay safe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching once again.